What is going on, internet? It has been a hot minute. A lot's happened over the last few weeks, and I haven't had a lot of time to come talk about horror movies with y'all. But now we're back with drugs and punk rock and a passion for the color pink.
Chelsea's got a place in the woods.
My uncle died there. You really want to be a part of this?
The Ranger is the directorial debut of Jen Wexler. It stars Chloe Levine and Jeremy Holm, and it tells the story of a group of punks who flee to a cabin in the woods after a run-in with the law, only to be set upon by a crazy park ranger who takes his job way too seriously. I'd been hearing about this film in the festival circuit for most of last year, but unfortunately I never got a chance to see it as it was never playing anywhere near me. Thankfully, now it's out for all of the masses to see on Shudder, and I watched it and I had a fucking blast. The best way to describe The Ranger is a psychedelic punk rock slasher film with an incredibly heavy use of the color pink. From Chelsea's hair to the neon color scheme of pretty much every light source in the film, to the bright-ass party drug echo that they take throughout the movie, everything is pink, and I love it. Aesthetically speaking, this film is pretty much everything I wanted and more. From the unapologetic punk soundtrack to the lo-fi, low-budget, gritty punk rock aesthetic, the whole film has this DIY feel that lends to the overall punk overtones of the characters in the story. As far as technicals go, this is a gorgeously crafted first feature. All the sound, video quality, performances, color scheme, they all work in tandem to create this neon-drenched punk slasher film, and I just adore it. The performances of this movie are for the most part serviceable, with two notable standouts. Chloe Levine, who some of you might remember from The Transfiguration, gives such a good understated performance here. Chelsea's clearly haunted and emotionally distant as a result of some pretty spoilery past trauma, but Levine herself has these really wide, expressive eyes that say so much without saying anything at all. And I would definitely consider her performance to be one of the strong points in the movie. The other standout is Jeremy Holm as the titular Ranger. This guy is just a blast every time he's on screen. He's just a psychotic park ranger who takes his job deathly seriously, and it's amazing. There are vibes of Bruce Campbell in there, vibes of Mark Duplass from Creep, but all in the getup of an angry park ranger. All of his scenes are a blast. The film's best tongue-in-cheek moments come from him. And it's clear he's having a lot of fun with this role. But slasher films are nothing if not for their kills, and honestly, with the exception of a particularly gnarly bear trap scene, the gore effects and kills in this movie leave something to be desired in my opinion. Although, given budgetary constraints, I could totally understand needing to cut corners on some of the more gruesome, grisly deaths. Gore effects are expensive, guys, and I don't particularly fault the film or the filmmakers for not having the budget necessary to go crazy with the blood and guts. For me, this film's biggest weakness is in its pacing. The movie's very short at only 80 minutes, and as a result the pacing is fairly breakneck, which is both a blessing and a curse in my opinion. The speed of it allows for you to never really get bored or for the movie to feel slow at any points, but it sacrifices any time you might need to get to know these characters outside of Chelsea. I suppose they're all there to be fodder for the most part, since a couple of them are fairly unlikable and this is a slasher film. But nevertheless, I do wish we had a little more time to get to know them. Instead, we get fairly quickly into and through the kills, and then fairly quickly into the admittedly fun-as-hell drug-fueled climax. I personally don't mind that all that much because I'm a sucker for a good, fun slasher film, but I can see that turning some people off. That being said, though, I mean, it's kind of my biggest gripe with the movie. All in all, it's a fun time and a really well-made first feature. I'm gonna say that The Ranger is solid. The story's a bit thin, but it shows a lot of promise from Wexler, and I can't wait to see what she does next because honestly, I had a blast with this movie. I love the aesthetic, and I thought it was a fun little indie slasher with clearly a lot of passion behind it. If you have Shudder, definitely check it out. It's one of their better exclusives for sure. I believe they're doing a limited sweepstakes at the moment where you can win a VHS copy of this movie, which is just so cool. I love Shudder. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. I have a link to my Patreon down in the description. If you want to be like any of these cool people right here, please consider donating. Even $1 would help. I would really, truly appreciate it, guys. It helps us make new, better quality content for you all to enjoy. But even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I will see you all very soon.
Sorry, kids. Gotta keep the forest clean.